First trailer for Riverdale star's new thriller. Riverdale star Madelaine Petsch's next movie Jane has released a spine-chilling trailer ahead of its late August debut. The Cheryl Blossom actress stars as Olivia in the upcoming high school thriller from director and co-writer Sabrina Jaglom. Petsch also serves as producer, her second such credit after 2020's Sightless. "This has been my baby for 2 years and it means the world to share it with you," the actress wrote when sharing the clip on her Instagram. Petsch's Olivia is a straight-A senior determined to get into Stanford while struggling with grief over the recent loss of a friend, Jane, Chloe Yu. When she gets deferred from her dream college, the protagonist spirals out of control as a social media mystery brings back the details surrounding Jane's tragic fate. But could Olivia really be behind Jane's revamped account? The film also stars Chloe Bailey as Olivia's best friend Izzy and Oscar-winning star Melissa Leo, seen in The Big Short and I Know This Much Is True, as Principal Rhodes. The film will open in select theaters in the US on August 26. The Next 365 Days trailer teases. The Next 365 Days has dropped its official trailer showing the dramatic relationship between Laura and Massimo is continuing for the threequel. However, Nacho is still interested in Laura, so will she leave Massimo for him? The dramatic finale of 365 Days, this day saw Laura, Anna Maria Cicluca, shot by Massimo's, Michelle Morone, ex-lover Anna, Natasha Urbanska, and her fate up in the air, but after Netflix recently released the first 4 minutes of the movie, it was confirmed Laura had survived the shooting. The opening sees Massimo attempt to avoid a gang war after the events of the sequel, as well as him at a graveside, intercut with Laura's BFF Olga preparing for her wedding. It is then revealed that Massimo isn't standing in front of Laura's grave like the cliffhanger suggested, but it's actually his twin brother Adriano who has died. Despite Laura surviving, the couple still have a lot of issues to work through after the events of the sequel. The synopsis released by Netflix said, Laura and Massimo's relationship hangs in the balance as they try to overcome trust issues and jealousy while a tenacious Nacho works to push them apart. The threequel will again be based on the book by Blanka Lipinska, but it is expected it will follow the trend from the sequel and deviate from the book, toning down some of the more controversial elements from the source material. As this movie was shot back-to-back with the sequel, it means there is less time between premiere dates, so we don't have too long to wait to find out how Laura and Massimo's on-off love story will end. The Next 365 Days is released on Netflix on August 19. How Sandman proved the Lucifer trolls wrong. At the end of Sandman's first season, we learn that Lucifer's planning to do something that would make God absolutely livid, but he's not the only one she's pissed off recently. Back when Gwendolyn Christie was first cast in the role, small-minded bigots with too much time on their hands lashed out at this and other casting decisions which gender-flipped or race-swapped various characters from the comics. The Sandman creator Neil Gaiman has since responded to many of these online trolls using both facts and sarcasm to point out how absurd it all is. How exactly has the character changed? He asked one who challenged changes from the source material. Not only did it make sense for Christie to leave her own mark on such an iconic role, she also made it more faithful to the comics by doing so. Tonally, Tom's version just wouldn't fit in Netflix's Sandman, no matter how much some diehard Lucifer fans might want it to. The threatening aura that surrounds our new Lucifer is literally worlds away from the cheeky, playful, often nude version that fans came to love in the other show. Casting Tom again in the Sandman would not have made sense for more logistical reasons too. As Gaiman pointed out on Twitter, his Lucifer, while inspired by the Lucifer in Sandman, is so far away in terms of Sandman continuity by the end of Lucifer that it's easier on everyone to go back to the version in the comics. And this way you don't know what our Lucifer is going to do. Tom's is lovable. As fans might already know, comic book Lucifer eventually quit hell, abdicating the throne in favor of a new life in Los Angeles. Together with their bestie Mazikeen, the pair opened a nightclub that's pretty hellish in its own right. That's the Lucifer we meet in the Tom Ellis show, or at least a version inspired loosely by that arc. Christie's version exists before all that. Technically, the Sandman's new take on Lucifer could head down that path eventually, but we hope that future adventures will retain the tone set by Christie, not Ellis. Lovable as his Lucifer may be, it's time that a new ruler rises up, one who we truly believe holds the power to make God absolutely livid and bring Morpheus to his knees. The Sandman is now available to stream on Netflix. Neve Campbell confirms why she isn't returning for new movie. Scream star Neve Campbell has shed more light on her decision not to return for the next movie, admitting it was negotiation-related. The actress recently reprised her role as Sidney Prescott in this year's fifth Scream outing, though confirmed in June that she would not be back for the follow-up. Speaking to People in a new interview, Campbell explained, "I did not feel that what I was being offered equated to the value that I bring to this franchise, and have brought to this franchise, for 25 years. And as a woman in this business, I think it's really important for us to be valued and to fight to be valued. I honestly don't believe that if I were a man and had done 5 installments of a huge blockbuster franchise over 25 years, that the number that I was offered would be the number that would be offered to a man. And in my soul, I just couldn't do that. I couldn't walk on set feeling that, feeling undervalued and feeling the unfairness, or lack of fairness, around that." The star admitted it was sad not to come back, adding, "I love these movies. I love Sidney. I love this franchise, I'm so grateful for it. But at the same time, I really just couldn't bear the idea of walking onto the 6th film, and feeling undervalued." While Campbell won't be returning next time round, the likes of Courtney Cox, Hayden Panettiere as Kirby Reed, Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jasmine Savoy Brown and Mason Gooding will all be back. Tony Revolori, Samara Weaving, Dermot Mulroney, Jack Champion, Josh Segarra, Liana Liberato and Devin Nakota are among the new additions to the cast.